Horne into us at Ross Sterling High School. We hope you enjoy your visit to Rangerland and for being here tonight, taking part of this ceremony to honor Coach Horne. I will tell you, not only am I a proud principal, but I'm also a Sterling graduate way back in 1987. I do remember Nadine Horne. She was here at the same time. Unfortunately, I didn't get the opportunity to get to know her as a coach, but many of my friends who are associated with her and one of her coaching sports is related. So many banners up here got to know her well, and lots of fond memories and all positive with coming to Coach Horne. She knew how to work as an athlete and keep it fun at the same time. She was always a challenge, just a blessing to be a part of many student athletes' lives here over many years at Ross Sterling. So we thank you for being here and sharing this moment with us and for you as well with Coach Horne. So right now I'd like to introduce our amazing superintendent, Dr. Randy O'Brien.
Well, good evening. I would like to thank Coach Southall for letting us take just a moment between games to have this ceremony. I'd like to thank the visiting team as well for allowing us to take this honor. I was blessed. I've been here since 2013, so I was blessed to serve as superintendent while Coach Horne was still here before she retired in 2016. I want to thank you, Mr. Chaddick, for introducing me for one, but also for being the principal that you are for our students and for our staff. We want to welcome everyone here to the naming dedication to the Nadine Horne Gym right here at Ross S. Sterling High School. Coach Horne was so many things to so many people. Aside from being a winning coach, she was a surrogate parent, a friend, and a confidant to anyone that knew her. Though we sadly lost her too soon, we are so grateful to be able to have the opportunity to honor her in the place that she loved so much and called her second home. At this time, I'm going to have the privilege to introduce a few of our special guests. I did not get to check off and see who all was here, but we do have several of our school board members. I'd like to introduce the president, Mr. Richard Clem, his wife Brenda. We have our secretary, Mr. Howard Sampson, is here with us this evening. Do I have any other board members here? Slipped in on me. All right, I'd like to honor those that also knew Coach Horne, the Ross S. Sterling School faculty, staff, and students. Would you please stand at this time if you're an employee of Sterling High School? That's the current employees. I think we have a few former employees that have traveled to be here this evening. If you're a former staff member or a fellow coach with Coach Horne, would you please stand at this time? There you are. We have Horne family members that are here. Families, would you please stand and let us honor you for traveling to be here this evening? We have some of our Goose Creek CISD administrators and with our athletic department sitting over here on this wall. Wade. I'm looking for representatives from Lee College. Did we get anyone from Lee College here? Wave, shout, holler, whistle. City of Baytown, we're honored to have with us this evening the mayor, Brandon Capetillo. And at this time, I would like to invite the mayor, Capetillo, to come forward and read a proclamation.
Well, thank you, Dr. O'Brien. This is a different Friday night lights for me, right? So usually we're in Smallport or we're somewhere across town on a Friday night watching football, but tonight there is no football in Baytown. Is that correct?
Correct.
So we're here at Sterling High School, which is different from me. I actually wore blue, but it was a good time. But as a gander, I'm able to come here. I did walk the halls at one time. I was reading a little bit on Coach Horne, and I was here at the same time as she was here. It was just kind of half days. Really great time in my life, but I just shared campus. Yeah, the shared campus. Absolutely, it can be done. All right, so I do have a proclamation from the city of Baytown. So whereas Nadine Horne started her career as an assistant volleyball coach at Lamar College and Lee College, She was hired at the Ross F. Sterling High School volleyball coach in 1986. She was named the head volleyball coach in 1991, and she spent 30 years in Goose Creek CISD and retired in 2016. She had successful volleyball teams that went to the playoffs 23 out of 25 seasons as the head coach. She made the regional quarterfinals in 2003 and the area round of UIL playoffs 7 times. The volleyball program was awarded the ABCA National Team Academic Award for the outstanding performance in the classroom for 23 consecutive years. Coach Nadine Horne set a precedent for excellence at the Ross F. Sterling High School volleyball program, whereas Nadine Horne Volleyball Gym and Ross F. Sterling High School will be named forever in her honor. So now, therefore, I, Brandon Castillo, Mayor of the City of Baytown, Texas, do hereby proclaim September 30th, 2022 as Coach Nadine Horne Day in Baytown, and I urge all our citizens to join us to remember her contributions to our community.
Coach Martinez, come on up and let you say a few words.
What a great day today. Thank you for all of you for coming tonight. Thank you, P&G, for letting us do this as well. What a beautiful day. I'm very honored to be here. First of all, as the athletic director for this wonderful district. So thank you, Mayor Capetillo and the City of Baytown for the proclamation. Coach Horne was beloved by so many, but especially her former players, as you can all tell. Wow. It was 4 of her former student athletes, Tiffany Jack, Carrie Kruger, Perry Sutton, and Amanda Wall, that spoke so confidently during the May 2022 board meeting in support of what you are all witnessing today. We ask that they come forward and share with you the words they passionately spoke on that day. Let's just give them a round of applause for them.
Good evening. Tonight we get to celebrate the naming of this gym after the person who made the Sterling High School volleyball team what it is today, Coach Nadine Horne. Thank you to her family, past players, friends, and co-workers for being here tonight. Coach Horne was truly an inspiring, passionate, and dedicated coach who we unfortunately lost earlier this year. Some of you may not be aware of her decades-long influence Coach Horne had on this program. I won't go through all the accolades like the mayor just mentioned, but we did want to say that the 4 of us here were part of her 2003 team that made it the farthest that the Sterling High School volleyball team has ever made in the playoffs. We were the regional quarterfinals. There were more than just the 4 of us, but the others live out of state, so they couldn't be here today. So starting in 1993, Coach Horne's Sterling High School volleyball team was awarded the American Volleyball Coaches Association Award for Outstanding Academic Performance. By pushing her student athletes to strive for excellence on the court and in the classroom, she achieved this award for the next 23 consecutive years until the end of her career. Over her 30-year tenure at Sterling, Coach Horne impacted hundreds of student athletes and inspired each of us to do our best in everything we do.
Coach Horne was also somewhat of an urban legend. Each year, new and returning athletes came in with a healthy fear, but also an immense respect for her. Her seriousness and rumor of towel punishments kept everyone on edge, yet pushed us to want to perform even better. In the weight room, she wanted us to excel and be stronger than the boys, encouraging us to show them up, which we did. During games, she always sat at the end of the bench, observing and taking notes, and only when we truly needed it did she step in and get us back on track. We could always tell that she genuinely trusted us as much as we did her. She wasn't really a yeller, however, her looks spoke volumes. She also had the best advice and took full advantage of the time that she had with us to truly connect and be a mentor. She helped mold us into confident, hardworking, dedicated women, and which in turn pushed us to become better all-around individuals. We would be remiss if we did not mention that in 2001, Sterling tragically lost an amazing athlete, teammate, and human being, Casey Ray Fink. All of us, including Coach Horne, were utterly devastated. Coach Horne retired Casey's number 10 jersey and framed it to be hung in the gym for all of us to see. When she retired in 2016, she gifted the framed jersey to Casey's parents for them to have as a keepsake.
Many former athletes have reached out about Coach Horne since her passing, and I've received nothing but an outpouring amount of love and respect for her. Not only did she care about you when you were her athlete, but also when you were no longer playing for her. She continued to mentor and communicate with former players. She congratulated us when we graduated from college, got married, or even had babies, and would even reach out to us if someone suffered a loss. Coach Nadine Horne left a true legacy at Ross Sterling within the athletics program, the school, as well as the community. All coaches should pursue an impactful purpose on student athletes just as she once did. On behalf of any and everyone that came in contact with Nadine Horne, including the athletic department and myself, we are proud to honor Coach Horne tonight. Her name, legacy, and the impact that she had on so many students will be remembered forever inside this. Nadine Horne.
I have one more speaker before we have a special ceremony. Mr. Smith will lead, Coach Smith will lead, but I'd like for our school board president, Mr. Clem, who happened to work a few years in this building, would like to say just a few words.
21 to be exact. Coach Horne and I had a special relationship right outside those doors 3 to 5 times a week. I would walk by and say, "Coach," she would say, "Director." Go on about our business. As the years progressed from 95 to 05 to 15, and then the late fall of 2015, I said, "Coach, I'm going to retire." She said, "Director, I am too." Every day we'd walk by, "I'm still doing it, I'm still doing it." Anyway, she was such a gentle spirit outside this gym, but put her in here and there was a fierce competitor, as you all know. And her effect on our community is very evident tonight. So I want to thank the family for allowing us to put her name. It's a much deserved honor onto this gym that has her hand in everything you see around here. So thank you to the family. Thank you to where are my 4 girls. My 4 girls who started the ball rolling on this nomination. More people need to do that. Come to the board meeting and say, "Hey, name that street behind here after so-and-so." We'll do it. Thank you for being here and have a great night.
Good evening. If y'all could do me a huge favor, give one more round of applause for these 4 ladies over here. I know that was really hard coming up here and talk about her, because I love her so much. And next, we're going to unveil the plaque that's going to hang in this gym as a constant reminder of Coach Horne's legacy to women's athletics at Sterling High School. And now the former players are also going to read the engraving from the plaque.
Dedicated in honor of Nadine Horne, February 9th, 1961 through February 10th, 2022. Head girls volleyball coach, 1991 to 2016. 23 playoff teams. Never let anyone tell you you are too short to play this game.
Family, we do have this proclamation, and we will have that framed for you before returning it to you. It's clear by the outpouring of love that we've seen this evening how much of an impact Coach Nadine Horne had on everyone in this room. The impact has transcended the walls of this gym, and it's my sincere hope that we too can follow her lead and live a life of service to others. Though Coach Horne is no longer with us in the physical, we can see her all around us today, and I have no doubt that she is looking down on us and smiling. I want to thank you all for coming out this evening. It's a special thank you to Coach Southall for giving us this opportunity to have this ceremony before her final game of the evening. Please be safe as you travel home, and as you exit, please make sure to go this way rather than this way so you can see some of the memorabilia that's in the hallway now that's been put up in her honor. So thank you very much. Have a great evening.